EcoSchool has 7-step process, which is the core and is one of the ways the program is recognized. And give you an example, plantation is a very popular activity across schools around the world, and it is both an adaptation and mitigation action. And a project on plantation, when taken through 7-step, starts with the eco committee, which is basically a group of children across different ages that are studying in an education institution that empowers them for leadership and democratic values. It provides them with the experience of being aspirational and believe in their ability to change, to be change agents. The most important aspect of learning they develop is taking responsibility with empathy and understanding the complexity of decision making in a multi-stakeholder environment. And here they basically debate, negotiate, and respect different viewpoints and take decision. In case we are talking about plantation, is in terms of how this can help mitigate or in some cases adapt to the changes that are happening in their communities. The second step of the process is doing an audit or an environmental review, which is often looking at the problem from different perspectives and seeing the scope of making an impact or change, which could be small, but over the years, the incremental change that happens in the environmental front and education front is immense. And during this process, when they are taking about a plantation activity, they are looking at what is the status of biodiversity, and especially the greenery, the role of plants, and are connecting it with science like photosynthesis and other processes that helps in storing carbon. And the services that are provided by a tree. For example, so many of the schools are taking this project to address the problem of urban heat traps or urban heat islands. And the role a tree plays in modifying or changing the microclimate of that area. And during the audit, they find what kind of things that they can do, what are the potential impacts they can create, and then also discuss that what would be the best set of species that they can go for. They are encouraged in this process to look at the local species, local biodiversity, and then move forward with learning about how to plant them and take care of those. And then this also involves engaging with experts. So this gives them an idea of what kind of potential jobs or careers that they can look at into in the field of environmental conservation as such. And then this process deepens their understanding and most importantly, the relevance of the actions in their own community. After the audit is done, which not only looks at the environment, but also the literacy level of students and things that we need to do through the educational processes. The teacher maps the curricula in terms of what can be done and what can be, what scope is there in the existing curriculum and how they can use those opportunities to achieve the standards, the education standards that have been set for different age groups. And they also prepare an action plan which has both the environmental action and the changes that are required in literacy levels of the students. And this, as a step, is an exercise to assess progress made toward achieving targets which are identified and setting those criteria. And it gives them a training in effective problem solving that requires the ability to investigate and evaluate different criteria to prioritize their action. So if, for example, they get a solution in terms of different plant species or action that can be done in terms of plantation, they can evaluate that which will be the most effective way, because it is here they will discuss and negotiate the question of changes that can be achieved in a shorter time, but at what cost, and financial and all those other aspects that come in. And they will also have to look at the benefits that can be provided, benefits to the society, the communities in terms of food, fodder, roots, but also services that can help thrive local biodiversity like birds. And then the all the action plans are not successful. The failures and success as they implement the action plan help them develop strategies to being more resilient individually and bounce back from failures. So reflection is a key learning outcome for the transformation, and learning to take critical feedbacks simulates real life situations in life. After this action of monitoring and evaluation, implementation and monitoring and evaluation of action plan, students also do a step of informing and involving, which is a way to spread the messages of what they have learned in the process to the school and the community and their homes and parents also. So it is a training to communicate using various tools and to celebrate success. Students learn to share and acknowledge the contribution of different actors, big and small, for the future. They learn the important skills of public speaking, influencing others, and it is a collaborative platform where students, teachers, parents, and communities come together, work together, celebrate their successes, and plan future actions. And in a way, they're also learning that they are not alone in the problem or the solution, but it's a connected world, and they are part of a larger, and they get a perspective of what global citizenship is and how they need to act and behave as a global citizen. The last and final step of the 7-step process is the eco code, which is basically what I call as synthesis of whatever they have learned in the process. And it is setting the values or reaffirmation of the values that is an indicator of the disposition that has been achieved for the environmental transformation we want amongst young people. And research has shown that disposition is a better indicator of environmentally responsible behavior in future. And the EcoSchool provides students with opportunities for decision making based on and respectful of societal norms. So this enables a process of self-formulation of code of behavior about issues that cement the transformation for life. And in case of a project like plantation, it would be in terms of how they will take care of the plantation that has been done, maintain them in future, and also make sure that they do not harm them or do not take action that are detrimental to biodiversity in their area or their region.